are discussing the lesson number 2, that is polynomial lesson we are discussing. You already knows that what is meant by polynomials. Before that, you want to know that what is meant by algebraic expression. Using variables and constants, we can form algebraic expressions. According to the terms, we are classifying the algebraic expression into monomials, binomials and trinomials. An algebraic expression having only one term, that is known as the monomial. For example, if I am writing 2x, that is a monomial. Then simply if you are writing a number, that also 5 if you are writing, that also a monomial. Simply if you are writing y, that also a monomial. Only one term, that is known as the monomial. Binomial means two terms, that is x plus y square plus 4. These all are the binomials. Trinomial means three terms are there. For example, 4x square plus 7x plus 1. Here three terms are there, that is known as the trinomials. Based on terms in an algebraic expression, based on the terms we are classifying monomial, binomial, trinomials. Generally, in algebraic expression having two or more terms, all are known as the polynomials. Then today we are discussing the polynomials. For becoming an algebraic expression a polynomial, some condition also the variable's power every time will be a positive whole number. Positive number 0, 1, 2. Whole numbers means starting from 0, 1, 2, like that it is going. Every time the variable's power will be a positive number, then only that become a polynomial. Suppose that if you are writing 2 by x, then x power is negative. If you are writing this top 2 into x raised to minus 1, so it is not a polynomial. Like that, root x, then its meaning x raised to 1 by 2, then its power is a fraction, so that also is not a polynomial. So every time polynomial means its variable's power will be a positive whole number. Then these all are based on the terms we classified. Next we are considering the degree of a polynomial. What is meant by degree of a polynomial? The highest power of the variable is known as the degree. In the case of the first one, the highest power 2x, simply x is written means its power will be 1. So that degree, here degree of this polynomial is 1. Variable top, in this y square plus 4, variable highest power is 2. So degree of this polynomial is 2. Here 4x square plus 7x, here also variable's power is 2. So that is the degree of the polynomial is 2. In the case of an equation, I am writing 4x cube plus 3. Here highest power of the variable is 3. So degree is equal to 3. So highest power of the variable is known as the degree of a polynomial. Based on the degree, we are classifying the polynomial as, based on degree, we are classifying linear polynomial. Linear polynomial means highest power of the variable will be 1. Like that, polynomials are known as the linear polynomials. For example, 2x, 7x plus 3. Here all the variables power is 1. This all comes under linear polynomial. Next one, quadratic polynomial. Highest power of the variable is 2. That is known as the quadratic polynomial. For example, I am writing 4x square. Here highest power of the variable is 2. So its degree is equal to 2. Here we are not at all checking the terms. Only we want to look the highest power of the variable. Here simply I am writing x square. Then that also quadratic polynomial. If you are writing y square plus 1, thus here also highest power is 2. That polynomials are known as the quadratic polynomial. Cubic polynomial means cubic polynomial means highest degree is equal to 3. For example, simply if you are writing x cube, that also a cubic polynomial, then z cube plus 3 z square plus 7. This also a cubic polynomial. These all are based on the degrees. The highest power of the variable we are classifying this linear and quadratic and cubic. If the highest power is 4, that is known as the biquadratic polynomial. Next we are discussing, this all we already studied in the 8th standard. Now we are discussing based on the degree how we are discussing the linear and quadratic and cubic polynomials. The general form of a linear polynomial is ax plus b. This will be the standard form or general form of a linear polynomial. Then general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. General or standard form of the quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. The standard form of a cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. This will be the general form or standard form of a cubic polynomial. Next we are discussing the zeros of a polynomial. What does mean by zeros of a polynomial? Zeros means root or solution of the given polynomial. That is known as the zeros. Then for finding the zeros of a linear polynomial, I already told that ax plus b will be the general form of a linear polynomial. We will give given polynomial is equal to 0. Ax plus b equal to 0. Then ax is equal to plus b. If you are writing that, you will get minus b. X is equal to minus b by a. So 0 of a linear polynomial will be minus b by a. For example, first I am taking 4x plus 3. This is the linear polynomial given. You want to find the 0 or root of the given polynomial. For this, we will write this equal to 0. Thus, in the form of ax plus b. Here, a equal to, just compare, a equal to 4 and b equal to 3. So, we already studied that 0 of a linear polynomial is minus b by a. So, 0 is equal to minus b by a or minus 3 by 4 will be the 0 of the linear polynomial, like 4x plus 3. Other method is, this is one method. If you are by cutting minus b by a, you can easily write down the 0 of a linear polynomial. Otherwise, you want to write that given polynomial, that is 4x plus 3 equal to 0. 4x is equal to plus 3 if you are taking, that will become minus 3. Here division is there. If you are taking to that side, multiplication is here. If you are taking to the other side, that will become division. So minus 3 by 4. Any one method you can follow for finding the 0 of a linear polynomial. Then from this, what do you understood? 0 or root of a. Which value of the variable makes the polynomial's value 0? That is known as the 0 of the given polynomial. Here you got 0 is equal to minus 3 by 4. Then if you are substituting in the place of x minus 3 by 4, what will happen? 4 into minus 3 by 4 plus 3 equal to, what we will get this? Cutting, then minus 3 plus 3 equal to 0. So which value of the variable makes the polynomial's value 0? That is known as the 0 of the polynomial. Next, we are discussing the geometrical representation of the polynomials. Next, we are discussing the graphical representation of the polynomials, that is linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial. Then every time linear polynomial graph will be a straight line. Then we studied in the 9th also, the graphical representation of a linear equation or linear polynomial will be a straight line. Just I have drawn one linear polynomial and its graph also. This will be the straight line, this will be the graph. Where this graph touches the x-axis, this is the graph. this will be touching, here will be the, this is the point of intersection of the x-axis with this graph. That point will be the zero of the given polynomial. So by graphical representation also we can find out the zero of a linear polynomial. Here this is the graph that touches the x-axis between -1 and -2. So minus 1.5, this point of intersection, this will be minus 1.5. This will be the zero of the given polynomial. On the x-axis, y coordinate will be 0. So minus 1.5 comma 0 will be the zero of this given polynomial. Minus 1.5. Coordinate, if they are asking, then you want to write minus 1.5 comma 0, because on the x-axis y coordinate will be 0. In the case of a linear polynomial, only one zero will be there, or unique solution will be there for a linear polynomial, where that graph intersecting the x-axis, that will be the zero or root or solution of the given linear polynomial. Next we are discussing the graph of the quadratic polynomial. Graph of the quadratic polynomial will be this shape. Curved, this will be, this shape is known as parabola. The graph of a quadratic polynomial is known as the parabola. And here also we are getting a U shape. This is touching the x-axis at 2 points. These 2 points will be the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Linear polynomial only unique solution or only one zero. In the case of a quadratic polynomial, 2 zeros will be there. Where this graph touches the x-axis, that 2 points will be its zeros. In the first case, it is touching x is equal to 1, y will be 0, 1 comma 0. Here this touching minus 2. So y point will be 0, minus 2 comma 0 will be the coordinates. So 1 comma minus 2 are zeros of this quadrant, zeros. Minus 1 comma 2, where the graph touches the, this will be U shaped. So it is touching the x-axis at 2 points. That 2 points will be the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Here the quadratic polynomial general formula you know that ax square plus bx plus c. Suppose that a is negative. Suppose minus 4x square plus 2x plus 1. This is the given quadratic polynomial. If a value is negative, the graph will be downward, ra-shaped. This will be U. The graph will be, if a value is negative, the graph will be this shaped, downward direction. That also called same name parabola itself. But in the, if a is positive, it will be pointing upward. If a is negative, it will be in the downward direction. So quadratic polynomial will have maximum 2 zeros. Linear polynomial will have only 1 zero. Next we are discussing the zeros of a cubic polynomial. In the case of a cubic polynomial, you already know that 3 zeros will be there. Then the graph will be this way. This way, this will be the graph of a cubic polynomial. Then where it is touching the x-axis, here will be the one point of intersection, here will be the this also. Then in the case of a cubic polynomial, there will be 3 zeros, so 3 point of intersection will be there. These are the geometrical representation of the polynomials. Linear polynomial will have at most 1 zero. Quadratic polynomial will have 2 zeros and cubic polynomial 3. By quadratic 4. Like that, if a polynomial of degree n, then it will have n zeros. That is the general formula. N degree polynomial will have n zeros. Then here the point of intersection only 1. So that point of intersection will be 0. In the case of a quadratic polynomial, 2 zeros will be there. So 2 point of intersection will be there. The name of the graph is parabola. According to the value of a, if a is positive, it will be U-shaped. If a is negative, it will be downward direction. In the case of a cubic polynomial, 3 point of intersection will be there, and so there is maximum 3 zeros. Next we are discussing relationship between the zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Zeros you already know that solution of the polynomial. And coefficients of a polynomial. Which are the coefficients? Generally we are discussing about the quadratic polynomial. General form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Here coefficients are, which are the coefficients? A comma b comma c. That is x square coefficient will be a, x coefficient will be b, constant term will be c. A, b, c are the coefficients. And we are taking alpha. This we can tell us alpha. How we will write this? Alpha. And beta. Beta this way. If alpha and beta are two zeros of a quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, then sum of zeros, alpha and beta are the zeros. Just we are giving a general number. Sometimes it may be 2 and 3. Like that. Then sum of the zeros will be, we want to find by heart this, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Then sum of the zeros will be, you want to just look the coefficient of x and the coefficient of x square. Then sign minus also you want to give, then that will be minus b by a. Then product of the zeros, that means alpha into beta will be c by a, that is constant number divided by the coefficient of x square. These two you want to by heart. Sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Alpha into beta is equal to c by a. Then the next I am discussing one question. The question will be like that. Find zeros of the x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between zeros and coefficient. This will be the question. Then you know that this is a quadratic polynomial. How you can find out its zeros? By splitting the middle term, we can find the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Then x square plus 7x plus 10. Then multiplying, here the coefficient 1 into 10 you are getting 10. Multiplying you want to get 10. Adding you want to get the middle number, that is 7. So what are the numbers? 2 into 5 you are getting 10. 2 plus 5 you are getting 7. So the numbers will be 2 comma 5. Here the middle number is 7x. So we will write 2x comma 5x. Then 2x plus 5x also you are getting 7x. So we are splitting the middle term. Next one, x square. Instead of 7x we are writing 2x plus 5x plus 10. From these two we want to take one common number, x. So x plus 2 plus, here plus that we are writing. From these two we can take 5 outside. So here also you will get x plus 2. So x plus 2 is common, that I am taking first. Next will be x plus 5. Then we can give each one equal to 0. X plus 2 equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 2. X plus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 5. So the zeros are minus 2 and minus 5. Next, sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta is equal to, you already knows that, minus b by a. Here what is the value of a? Thus you want to compare with ax square plus bx plus c. So a is equal to, compare this 1, b equal to 7, c equal to 10. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. So minus 7 by 1. Minus 7 by 1, that is equal to minus 7. Using the formula we find out alpha plus beta. Then you already found out minus 2 and minus 5. Then minus 2 will be, we can give us alpha, minus 5 will be beta. So again we are finding alpha plus beta is equal to minus 2 plus minus 5, that also you got minus 7. So you verified that. Next one, alpha into beta. Product of 0 means c by a, that is our formula. Here c equal to 10, that is 1. 10 by 1, that also you got 10. Then we can multiply this using our alpha and beta, that is minus 2 into minus 5, that also you got 10, hence verified. This much you want to do. First you want to find the quadratic polynomial zeros by splitting the middle method. Then we are finding out alpha and beta. Then formula alpha plus beta is equal to sum of the zeros. Alpha plus beta means sum. That formula minus b by a. Then we are a, b, c. First you want to find out. Then you got minus b by a. Alpha into beta means c by a. Then using this alpha and beta, you also verifying that this much you want to do. We can discuss one more question. Same question. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Next question. 6x square minus 7x minus 3. First you want to multiply the coefficient of x square and the constant number. 6 into minus 3, you are getting minus 18. So multiplying, you want to get minus 18. 6 into minus 3. Then adding, you want to get the middle number, that is minus 7. Then you want to choose two numbers. Multiplying, you want to get minus 18, and adding, you want to get minus 7. Which are the two numbers? You already know that 2 into 9, you are getting 18. But adding, you are getting minus 7. So biggest number, you want to get the negative sign. So 2 and minus 9. Then minus 9 plus 2, you are getting minus 7. So our numbers are 2 and minus 9. So we are splitting here. Then 6x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 3. From these two, we can take the common number. Here 6x square means 2 into 3 into x we can write. Here 3 into 3 into x. Here common number will be 3x. That I am taking from these two. Then 3x. The remaining number will be 2x. Here will be minus sign is there. Here the remaining 3. 2x minus 3. Here no common number we can take outside. That time you want to take 1 as outside. 1 into 2x minus 3. Then 3x plus 1 and 2x minus 3. All are equal to 0 you want to give. Then 3x plus 1 equal to 0. Then 3x is equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 1 by 3. Here 2x minus 3 equal to 0. So 2x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3 by 2. Now you got alpha and beta. Then next up, what is the value of A? Here A equal to 6. B equal to minus 7. C equal to minus 3. Then alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Then minus of minus 7 by 6, that is equal to 7 by 6. Using formula, you got 7 by 6. Now we are going to add this two. Again alpha plus beta is equal to minus 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2. Here the denominators are different. So LCM will be 6. LCM 6. Each denominator you want to make 6. Here you want to multiply 2. Here you want to multiply 3. That is minus 2 plus 9 by 6. That is equal to 7 by 6. Next, by using formula, alpha into beta is equal to C by A. That is minus 3 by 6. If you want, you can write this as minus 1 by 2. Next, using formula, minus alpha into beta is equal to minus 1 by 3 into 3 by 2. This 3 we can cut. That also you got minus 1 by 2. Okay children, we can meet on the next class. Thank you.